OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho. Music. OtisWho. Music. OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho. Music. OtisWho. Music. OtisWho. Music. OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yes, yes. Mic check, mic check. Mic check 1 2. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, this is the Otis Who podcast. I am your host, Otis Who.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here anyway. Hopefully you're able to hear me. Hopefully you're able to hear my sound
Ain't
effects.
nobody coming to see
Yes,
you,
yes,
Otis.
yes. If you're able to see me and or hear me, please put a 1 in the chat because yesterday was crazy. I spent the first 20 minutes not being heard. So if you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you can hear me and I also hear these beautiful, beautiful sound effects. Let's get this show started. It's Friday. Talk to me. I know you out there, cuz at work. Try to sneak in and leave a comment. I mean, leave a 1 in the chat for me. But I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. Matter of fact, let me cheat real quick. Try to sneak. Yep. Yep. I just heard myself on the TV. We good. Hold on. Mic off. Who mic is off? Your mic is off because I just heard mine. Your mic off. Let me see. Y'all hear myself. Oh, your mic must be off, Haitian, correct? Your mic is off. I just heard mine. Yeah, because I hear myself loud and clear. Because I turned on the TV. Let me see something.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Let me see. Yeah, because I hear myself loud and clear. So I turned on the TV. Let me see something.
Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Yeah, we good. Okay, done with that. There's only 3 people watching anyway. I'm sorry if that me testing stuff offended you. I apologize, but we good. Everybody can hear me. We good. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We hanging out. I was good all the time, bruh. That was on your end. For real. But it's all good as long as we good now. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We're just gonna hang out, do what I do. Flying by the seats of my pants here. My goal is to try to go live every day during the week. That's my goal. This is my 3rd day in a row coming to you live, so I feel good about it. and we're going to be okay. We really are. Again, if you are here, please hit the like button. It goes a long way. Also, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. Really, really goes a long way in the algorithm. Again, if you have any topics or anything like that that you would like for me to discuss because you love my deep baritone voice and it soothes you, please feel free to leave the story at the email OtisWho #1 at gmail.com. That's OtisWho, OtisWho, the #1 at gmail.com. You actually see that on the bottom left of the screen with all my social media listings there. My email is there as well. So please leave all your comments, suggestions, good or bad. Leave it at the email, OtisWho1 at gmail.com. But I'm serious, I would like to have your input, all just aside. So please feel comfortable to send me your storylines if you'd like for me to go over some stuff. If you find a story on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, just send me the story. With that being said, also, if you feel that this show is worthy, yes, you have to deem it worthy. If you deem it's worthy, please take your phone and please partake in the QVR code. It doesn't matter, the Cash App or the other QVR code right behind it. I mean, right underneath it, bottom right-hand corner. Scan it and donate your boy a cup of coffee. Where it is? Right here. Either donate a cup of coffee or 99 cents goes a long way at the Cash App or the Super Chat. We good, we good. Now that I got all that stuff out the way, what's good? It's Friday. My wife is out in the streets. Usually during this time of the day, she gets off at 10 and she immediately wants me to turn into her chauffeur, which I don't mind doing, and chauffeuring her around St. Louis all day doing God knows what. But she took off early this morning without me, getting her cut, shopping, spending money. You know what's up. So I'm able to do a show today. So we're gonna have some fun. But let's start off with one story. One story. Let's go right into it. But before I do that, and I know people don't like this part. I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to rearrange it a little bit better, but if you don't like it, it is what it is. I'm sorry to tell you, but mighty glad to let you know. You know what I'm about to do. If you've been with me long enough, thank you so much. But before I even go into the stories that I have lined up or any topics that I have lined up, you already know what needs to be discussed or what needs to be done. Here we go. It's not even that long, but just listen to the words. Just listen to the words. That's it. And we coming right back.
It ain't gonna work. The weather may come, but it ain't gonna work. The weather may fall, but it ain't gonna work. No, no. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No, it won't. No, it won't. It won't work. I want you to know God will do what He said He's gonna do. He will stand by His word. He will come through. No weapon formed against you. It may try, but it won't. It can't harm you. It won't work.
Yes, yes, yes. If those words, looking straight into the camera, if those words do not do anything to your soul, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you still live when I get off I'll be through. Oh, if I'm still live. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be live. I'm just here chilling, man. I'm here until the wife say you got to get off because we got something to do. Well, actually, we do have something to do later on this evening. We're leaving because we have a date night as we usually do on the weekends, and she has something planned. So I think I need to be ready by 4. So yeah, but I'll still be here. Plus, you're gonna bring your goodie bag. You know what I'm talking about? Come on with it. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Again, I'm glad you guys here. Let's have some fun. Let's start the conversation. First topic I want to discuss seriously would be the IRS fires 6,000 employees as Trump slashes the U.S. government. First and foremost, let's get straight into it. Honestly, again, as you know, as I already told the audience, I did not vote in this election. I don't believe in big time elections. I really don't. I'm not going to go there. I believe in lower level elections, your local and your state level elections. That's why I feel the impact is done. But there's neither here or there. With that being said, I also believe that there are massive amount of wasteful spending in the U.S. government. We all can agree with that. We all know this is true. We can also attest that no administration, Republican or Democrat, has done anything to honestly slash the government of all this wasteful spending. It hasn't been done. Have attempts been made? I'm pretty sure there has, but not to any such strong level. But this here, seeing that we had a situation with the COVID back about 3 years ago, we already know that, and we were already having issues with the U.S. mail, just to put everything. And we already been having issues with the IRS even prior to this COVID mess. Now, when the COVID mess was going on, that really slowed and halted things, slowed down everything. I think people are still waiting for remedy of their taxes during the COVID situation. I know I am. That's a whole nother story. So my point is this, without the rambling, was this a good time to cut 6,000 IRS workers, even though I believe that there are some wasteful spending? And for the record, when I do call the IRS, when I do decide to get through, if they decide to let me through, they don't help you. They don't know shit. So, but again, during the middle of tax season, was that such a great idea? I don't know, but let's get straight into it. Let's read this. Let's read this story here. Let me pull it up real quick. Bear with me. Here we go. Okay, that's that. All right, let's read the story first. Or do I want to play? You know what? I'll play the video first. Let me play the. No, I'll read it first. I'll read it first. Oh, I don't have to. I just go ahead and just hit the play button. It's going to play. It's already ready. Let's go.
Seeking a secure investment? Gold and silver offer a safe haven. Go to bgasc.com, the #1 resource.
U.S. President Donald Trump's radical government downsizing effort hit the Internal Revenue Service on Thursday. A source tells Reuters an IRS executive told employees that about 6,000 of them would lose their jobs in a move that would eliminate about 6% of the agency's workforce in the.
Okay, let's stop it right there real quick. 6,000 jobs would be eliminated, and 6,000 employees, that only represents 6% of the IRS employee force. Wow. Let's continue.
Middle of the critical tax filing season. The layoffs are expected to total 6,700 and largely target workers at the agency hired as part of an expansion under Democratic President Joe Biden, who had sought to boost enforcement efforts on wealthy taxpayers. Trump's Republicans say the expansion would lead to more harassment of ordinary American taxpayers. The workers being cut are in their probationary period and have fewer protections than career employees. The dismissals target workers across all 50 states and include revenue agents, customer service workers, and IT workers, according to sources. The move to slash the government workforce is being led by tech billionaire Elon Musk, Trump's biggest campaign donor. Musk's Department of Government Efficiency team has also canceled contracts worth about $8.5 billion, involving foreign aid, diversity training, and other initiatives opposed by Trump.
Oh, okay. Let me get up out of that. Drop that down. No, I'm going to I'll read a story now. Now, you heard what was said. So let me just read a brief article, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. A tearful executive at the United States Internal Revenue Service told staffers on Thursday that about 6,000 employees will be fired. A person familiar with the matter said in a move that would eliminate roughly 6% of the agency's workforce in the midst of the busy tax filing season. That's what gets me here. He's doing it in the middle of the tax filing season. So even though it's only 6% as that represents the IRS department, I'm pretty sure that's going to be used to hinder some of you guys' tax refunds. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know why they chose this time. They could have easily waited after the fact, or let's use common sense. I'm hoping he's not going to affect the particular department that deals with the tax refunds and returns itself. Hopefully he's not going to do that. But even though I do ride with Trump, he does tend to pull off that rubber band, that Band-Aid a little bit too quick, in my opinion. I will say that. Let me continue. Let me read one more paragraph. The cuts are part of the president's Donald Trump's sweeping downsizing effort that has targeted bank regulators, forest workers, rocket scientists, and tens of thousands of other government employees. The effort is being led by tech billionaire, of course, Elon Musk, who's an African American, by the way. Yeah, let that sink in your head. Trump's biggest campaign donor. Not only is he Trump's biggest campaign donor, he's now appears to be on his staff. I'm sorry, let me see. I sent somebody a text by accident. By mistake. I was trying to send it to my wife. Got you. My bad. I'm multitasking. But yeah, so that's crazy. Again, I do feel, first of all, it's true as well. Hope that passes. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. He's downsizing the IRS. Yes, it is needed, but not at this particular time during the tax season. That could have waited to after the fact. But he is getting rid of I'm not getting rid, but he's downsizing the IRS department. Again, it needs to be done. I concur with that. Also, too, it's not being really discussed, but it is being discussed. He doesn't believe in the income tax. I don't either. The income tax is illegal. There's nowhere in the publication, in the IRS publication I'm referring to, nowhere. And there has been ex-employees of the IRS who has been scrutinized because they know the truth as well, that it does not require you to pay income taxes. So with that being said, and you add that along with what he's doing with the IRS right now by slashing, as of right now, 6% of the IRS workforce, he's on to something. He's owing to something. Hopefully he's going to be fully transparent when and show you this. He was transparent his last election, but people didn't want to hear him. They wanted to hear what they wanted to hear because they have selective hearing. And it was, to me, I know I offend people when I say this, to me, they had selective outrage. He told you from get-go that there are IRS loopholes, and he utilizes them to the fullest. There is no way that we're not able to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's the truth. Of course, I don't look like I'm the sharpest tool in the shed. or the toolbox. I'd be the first to admit that. But it doesn't matter about the looks. Everything you need to know is written in a book. Everything. Tax laws, everything. And I do know the basics. Now I'm about to get on my little rant and go. Hopefully I won't go over anyone's heads. I'm sorry, it's Friday, and that's why I like having my own show. It's not even about the views right now. I know I got off the topic and the subject, but it is what it is. I'm going to try my best to tie it back in. People don't know that even though you are skin and bones, you are real, you have DNA, you are a person, you are alive, you are an individual. I'm going to use those terms again, individual and a person, you are alive. But the first two terms, individual and a person, one would assume, if you look it up in the regular dictionary, that they're talking about the living being, the living soul. And that is true. But in this world, and especially in this country, two things could be true at the same time. And that's the part that goes over the masses' heads, but only the few. And you don't have to be elite. You don't have to be rich, but only a few. And unfortunately, it's within that 1% knows that the word person and individual in the IRS tax codes and in any other publications does not mean the living person. It's an entity. You are classified as an entity, not a living soul, not a live living person. I know this is boring to people, but it is what it is. You have to understand, you have to wake up. Get out the matrix. I promise you it ties in. So with that being said, and don't take my word for it, look it up in the tax manuals, the IRS manuals and things like that. And the word individual and person means an entity, which means you are a business. You are a business, which means there are tax codes and loopholes that you could follow and utilize like the Donald Trumps of the world, like your favorite Democrat who is not going to ever or dare share with this information with you that I'm sharing with you. They wouldn't dare tell you that. But it's the truth. That's how they filed their taxes. They just didn't want Trump to come out and tell you that. So that's why I rocks with the man. I rocks with him because he's letting you know about the loopholes he's trying to tell you. Everybody else, the Democrats let me be very specific because words are everything. Specifically, the Democrats, they don't want you to know how it's being done. Yes, Obama. Yes, whoever was the previous chair in the House of Representatives on the Democratic side, they all know. Nancy Pelosi, that's the name I was trying to. They all know this stuff. It's not a secret. It's not. That's why they don't mess with Trump. He's telling you in layman's terms, just read it, how to file your taxes. He's telling you about the loophole. But you don't want to listen. You don't for whatever reason, which is fine. Again, I don't need to be sitting up here in a suit, spewing out words and vocabulary that I barely understand. All I do is read. I read the IRS publication, and also, too, I do whatever a company do to you. Instead of you getting the bubble guts, you could do it right back to them. Please do your research, people. And it's really simple, and I live my life that way to this day. I've been on this journey since 2015, and I promise you, but it's hard to teach the masses this. They don't want to hear this. They think I'm crazy. They want to call me a so-called, which is an oxymoron, sovereign citizen. I mean, it's just the stupidity that I hear when I try to educate individuals, and I understand what Trump is saying. Yes, it comes across harsh and all that, but just forget the tone. Listen to the words, do your research, look up the policies, look up the IRS tax codes. When you get your W-2, you're not supposed to file it that regular way. You're an entity, do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not an educator. Trust me, I'm not. But I know what to do. I've been doing it. My family, we've been doing it. I understand. I promise you I do. But it is boring as hell. When I tell you it's boring, when I feel like I'm the only one that's living in this bubble that understands the verbiage, the terminology, and how to move and write certain paperwork, file the taxes, do this, do that. I promise you I understand. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. And it sounds unorthodox. And that's the scary part about it, because I get it. I get it. It sounds unorthodox. I get it. But reading is fundamental. I'm just ranting and rambling. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. I tried teaching this stuff. And what I did, when I did learn, what I found out is, that's why I don't so-called teach it anymore. What I learned is people don't understand it and they want quick fixes, and there is no such thing as a quick fix. And the outside world doesn't want you to understand what's going on. And I know I'm talking in realism, but I'm trying not to, but it's just hard because and I promise you, this phrase is so simple. I mean, it's true, and I live by it because I experience it. This stuff is so simple that it's complicated. That it's complicated. Let me read something. I just read something that probably caught my attention. This is what let me see. This is what I've been waiting for Unc Otis. But be careful. Let me put this up. You are correct. Damn. Hey, listen. You are correct. I agree with that. You are correct. This is what I've been waiting for, Unc Otis, but be careful. They hate the exposure of private remedy on public platforms. Don't get the exposure you don't need. You are correct. 100%. That's why I'm being very careful in what I say and how I see it. I'm encouraging individuals to do their own research and to get on your own journey. You are 100% correct, sir. I couldn't have said it any better. But I at least want to lead the individuals to the right direction and just do your own research, because every journey is going to be different. Every journey is going to be different. And that's why I'm afraid. And I got burnt that way because I want everyone to be free. But I learned this a long time ago, the hard way. It's not meant for everyone to be free. Once I started studying this and start living in my truth by going into courtrooms, and then when I enter the courtroom, they save me for last on purpose, and everybody leaves because they don't want to hear the truth. When the officers, trust me, I'm not going to get deep into it. I don't ride with the regular plates on my vehicle. My definition and the common law definition of registration is totally different from the fake imposed law that is going out right now. It is totally different. Totally different. Not to get it deep into it, but it's been a proven fact that in the United States, I would be considered a 2-time felon, no bodily harm or physical damage. I say that much. No shame in my game. But I will be considered a 2-time felon, which means I'm not allowed to have a firearm. But trust me when I tell you, you can do your own research, but it's a private matter, but it's on public records, but it's a private matter. I just said something. It's on public record because a gentleman has to give notice, actual and constructive notice, but the remedy, the process was private. Whoa, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You got to give notice. That's public. But the paperwork, which is with them four corners, your court, is your office, that's your court, that's private. So when I tell you everything I'm telling you, if you know where to look, because it's public, you understand what I'm telling you, and that I'm living in the truth. But you have to do your own research. But again, just a slight recap. One who understands the system and know what common law is versus the legality, legal system versus the law, you will understand how I'm able to make these statements that I just made. You're able to understand, which I'm not going to ever go into details because I don't know who's listening, and this is not for individuals who have the wicked mind. So I understand, because with this information, get into the right hands. Well, actually, it still won't work because you have to come with clean hands. So that is true. That is true. You have to come with clean hands. So it wouldn't work anyway. If you have done any bodily harm, if you have done any bodily harm or any property damage, then you have to answer for that. Period. You have to answer for that. But these statutes, such as not stopping at a red light, not so-called registering your vehicle, and all those other statutes, there's millions of them, that's not law. You're not causing bodily damage. I mean, you're not causing bodily harm to anyone within those statutes. You're not causing any property damage within those statutes. They're not laws, so therefore you don't have to honor them. Now, I'm not just saying don't go out, go out and just be ruthless. No, I'm not saying it. Use common sense. You have to prove what I just said. You have to be able to prove it to them. And that's what I was able to do. Simply prove to them that I don't have to go by the statutes. I go by law, God's law, common law. You can't just verbalize it. That's where you have to have some comprehension and understanding. Write it down, put it in the right areas, put it in the right places, and live by it and stand by it. And stand by those principles that you place on the county record, that you gave constructive and actual notice thereof. Stand on it. And that's how you're able to prove a lot of things. That's why you're able to go into courtrooms and the outside world don't know, but the judge know who you are. The court clerk knows who you are. When I'm riding down these highways and byways and the police officer is in the right lane while I'm in the left, he sees my plate. Then you got the car behind me who purposely wants to leave a gap so the police can get over and so-called do what he's supposed to do in their eye. He or she never does. They make the immediate first right they can make because they cannot interact with oneself based on reading, paperwork, and understanding. So you say, well, Otis, why are you saying all this mess? To me, it ties in. It ties into this Trump election. People thinking he is who he really not. They think he is. He understands exactly what's going on. A lot of people understand what's going on. The issue is trying to implement it and live by it. That's the issue. And people are not doing that because they don't know how. And I'm not going to be the one to try to put this out because, again, this is private information that you have to go through yourself and you have to over and understand. But I digress. I get the rambling and shit. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. It's Friday. But yes, I have to get it out somehow because, again, this lifestyle, I don't have anyone to talk to or deal with because, again, this lifestyle is not for everyone. They want quick remedies. Quick remedies, and there is no such thing at all. To this day, people think I'm crazy. I'm a squatter. I'm a tax evader. Whoa, that's another good one. Look this up. Please do. Look this up. There's a big difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Somebody had to hear that. There's a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tell me which one is legal and which one is not illegal. Okay. Tax evasion, of course, is illegal. It's illegal as hell. Tax evasion. Tax avoidance, which majority of individuals have not even heard that term before. Never even heard it. For the record, I didn't hear it until about 8 years ago. Tax avoidance. That's legal. Tax evasion is not. Read up on it, please. Google that definition right now and read up on it, and you will understand exactly what is going on right now. There's only a few people that know how to evade taxes. My fault. Avoid. Only a few. But it's written in black and white. IRS publications. Please read it. Read it. It's a thick manual. Now, that publication is coming from the perspective of the IRS agent. Basically, because it is online. But basically, that book is what they give the IRS agents, the same agents that they're laying off right now, 6,000 plus agents, which represents only 6%. Those people, they have to read the same IRS publication. It's on the internet. Google it. It's thick. It's a PDF. Download it. Trust me, all your answers are in there. It's not an easy read. It's not. You have to have your dictionary handy. That's why I have the dictionary app on my phone. There is no shame in my game. At 54 years old, if I'm talking to someone and they say a word that I don't understand, I've never heard of before, I pull it up. Yes, I do. I pull it up. Right there in front of your face. Couldn't care less. So yeah, please do your own research. But the information is definitely out there. You have to do some reading that you're not going to be comfortable with. You're going to have to read a sentence probably 8 times to get that comprehension. Being real, then you have to go get the dictionary to look up that word, and you'll pick up definitions and understanding and see how they view it. That's why I understand why it's hard to get through the IRS. It's hard. Trust me, I understand. It's hard. And first of all, if you don't know this, which you should, they're nothing but a big, overgrown, oversized collection agency. That's it. Okay, see, somebody already knew what was going on, or they did research on it, but let me pull it up. Thank you, Duab. I appreciate you, sir. Tax avoidance is the legal practice of minimizing tax liability by using strategies such as claiming deductions, credits, and exemptions allowed by tax laws. Just that simple. And a lot of people, unfortunately, haven't heard that term before. Unfortunately. I was one of them. Again, I didn't learn that term until I was in my 40s. It happens. I'm not going to sit here in front. I learn every day. But yeah, once you understand that premise of what's going on, and once you realize that, get out your feelings. It took me a while to do that too. Get out your feelings and realize that these companies are looking at you as the entity that you are. They're not looking at you as the person that you know you are to be. You got to get off that horse. That ship has sailed. They're looking at you as the entity that you are. They're looking at you as the entity that you are. So you have to take the emotion out of it. If something is wrong with a bill or anything like that, instead of just accepting it, do the same thing that they do to you. I keep it real simple. Do the same thing they do to you. Again, this is going to be my umpteenth time giving this scenario, but somebody needs to hear it. We all get bills in the mail. We all probably have something on our credit report that doesn't belong or you want off. But let's stick with the normal one that I know for a fact everyone gets. Everyone gets a bill in the mail every month. If it's an unjust bill or whatever the situation may be, and that bill is due or whatnot, you get a bill, you throw it in the corner. You don't pay it for whatever reason. 30 days go by, they send you another letter. That letter, even though they don't say it on the paper, but it's there in code, that is your default letter. So back up. First 30 days, you get the regular bill. You didn't pay. 30 days later, you get a second bill saying you need to pay this. Maybe there was a mistake. Maybe there was an error. Maybe you didn't get the first one. So here's your second one. You need to pay it. Then thirdly, the letter you get, since you didn't respond to the first or second one, now you're in default. So now we're going to proceed with our judgment against you, which they have to go to the judge or yada yada woo. Well, what's the woo? All the judge is going to do administratively is just look at the procedure and the paperwork that the lawyer did. He or she doesn't care about the facts. Let me slow up and say it again. All the attorney needs to do is show proof that he sent you a letter. He sent you another letter because maybe there was a mistake, an error, and he sent you a third one saying that you didn't respond. So therefore, you are in default. All the judge need to say is, okay, you did send these letters. The dollar amount could have been $1 million. The judge can care less. He's looking at the order, the procedure of what has taken place. He's not looking at the dollar amount. He could care less. He's looking at the administrative procedure. That's his job. He's not a judge. He's an administrator. He's administrating. So remember what I just said. So what makes you think if this company can do that process and do that and put that on your credit report, what makes you think you cannot do that to them? I can tell you why in short terms. You think that you're not a company. You think you're John Doe. You really think you're John Doe, which you are. You got blood going through your systems. You're flowing. You're feeling these emotions. No, you are. But two things can be true at the same time. In their eye, you're an entity just like them. So guess what you can do? Guess what I do on a regular basis? It's a job. They send me a letter. I send them a letter saying, prove otherwise. They got 30 days to answer my letter too. If they don't answer my letter, which they won't, or if they do answer it, but they're not answering the questions, you send them that second letter like they sent you. Once they don't respond to that second letter, because the second letter is nothing but, hey, maybe you made a mistake. Maybe it fell off your desk. Maybe your secretary didn't get it to you. Maybe it got lost in mail. That's the purpose of the second letter. The third letter, they in default. You do the same thing they did to you. Key things you need to keep in mind, though. Send it certified mail through a notary. You don't handle nothing. You let the notary deal with all that. Yes, Duop, you are correct. Don't go over their head. Yes, you are correct. Thank you for saying things like that. Let me put that up. You are correct. An unrebutted affidavit stands as truth. You are 100% correct. And to go in a little bit on what he's saying, to highlight and educate it a little bit, when they send you things in the mail and you don't answer, that's nothing but a fancy so-called affidavit that you're not responding to. You're not responding to it. And if you don't answer it, you're acquiescing. And that's what they expect you to do. If you don't respond to them in a timely manner, you are acquiescing. So when you get that piece of mail in the mail and you don't open it, or you do open it and you throw it in a corner, somewhere in fine print, and even if it's not in fine print, it's based on your state, you only got 30 days to respond to it. If you don't respond to it, they send you another letter. If you don't respond to that, you're done. Sorry, it's over. It's over. And that's what they want. You could do the same thing to them. I'm trying to tell you. Do the same thing to them. It's called the administrative process. Please do your research. Please do your research. It's called the administrative process. Do your research. And it's not hard to do, but it needs to be done in a very particular manner. I'm begging you, do your research. Your life would change. And it's going to be odd and awkward because you know your life is changing, but the outside world won't know. It'll just be you and the other entities that you're dealing with, and won't nobody understand. And then what's going to happen, unfortunately, because it's going to, because it happened to me, since you're getting the success, you're getting it. It looks awkward, but you know you're getting it because you have to know how to read between the lines. You want to go out and help your friends and your family. You want to go out and do that. But they're not getting or garnering the same results. It could be for a lot of reasons. You're the one that have to go into the courtroom. I can't go into the courtroom with you. You're the one that have to send off your documents and stand on your documents. I can't do that for you. You're the one that has to not recontract with that company because you don't know what you're reading. I can't do that for you. You have to understand that there's going to be a million no's. They're going to play dumb. But as long as you know what you have, you're fine. All I can tell you is I'm living proof of it, and I'm not trying to prove it to nobody. I just know that's what I know. It is what it is. Public record. I've been so-called tried to be doxxed, which I don't know where they came from. They thought they was trying to put me on the spot, try to embarrass me. None of that stuff. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about my past. Everything is public record. And then once you know how to read the public record and understand and just ask simple questions, then you would know. Because it's going to always be a show, always, to the public. Always. It's going to always be a show in the public because they're trying to scare you. But I would encourage, well, let me stop because that's dangerous what I'm about to say. But anyone that already knows me, and if you decide to get to know me one day, in whatever fashion that may be, whether you come to St. Louis one day and we meet up, and you have the pleasure of pressing my palm and we meet, and you take a ride with me, you will see the plate that's on my vehicle. You will see my vehicle registration. You will see my right to bear arms. you will see a lot of things just be being in action. You will see me go and ride right by the police station where, I mean, literally a mile down the street and make a right every day, pass them with my own registration. My vehicle is not registered with the state. Where do they do that at? That doesn't make sense to me. You went to a car lot. There's a lot going on there. I'm just going to go to the basics. I could pick, whoo, here we go. And I understand most states, not most states, some states don't even operate like this. Thank God Missouri does. But why go to a car lot? You get the car that you want. They give you the title in your hand and they tell you to drive off with the title. Title represents ownership. You got the title. They want you to take that title and go register it to the state of whatever you're in. So you got the title. I'm going to say that again because it's mind-blowing. I fell for this for years. You have a vehicle, you go to the car lot, you get the vehicle, and they give you the title, which is the title is the ownership. That's the receipt. You don't even need the vehicle. You got the title, which proves ownership. You got it in your hand. And they somehow convinced you, they convinced me in the past, to take that title that you now own and go give it right back to the state. Right back. You go right down there, you go get their plates after you gave them your title. You gave them your receipt to that asset. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. You get the vehicle, you got the title, that's your ownership. I'm about to lose some people, but it is what it is. But do your own research. I'm living it. I'm living it. You get your title. You can get your title. And any other property you may have, your birth certificate, your driver's license, your marriage license, and you put it and you register it in your own trust. I'm about to lose some people. Get ready to log off. Bye. So simple, it's complicated. So simple, it's complicated. Bye. Log off. Bye. Seen you. I'm living it. I got that car in my fault. I got that car in 2014. No, 2017. Let me stop lying. 2017. Has yet to be registered with the state. Got the car off the lot. Got the title. I went. I registered it in my trust. I put it on the page where you have to, the Schedule A. There you go. I wrote it on the Schedule A, which is part of your trust. All the property. I listed it. The EIN number, the VIN, all. I listed all that. Not the EIN, the VIN number. I listed all that. The color. Put it all that. And I put it on county record. The trust document. That vehicle is in trust. It's registered to my trust. And I put it on the UCC. That's it. And I told on that UCC that I will be brandishing my own plate, which is a red placard. At that time, I was practicing real heavy as a Morris. I was part of the Morris Science Temple of America. I was real heavy in that. That's a whole nother story. But my point is, I let the state know what I was doing. They didn't tell me what to do. I told them what I was doing. I promise you it was just that simple. I put it in my trust. I gave the county, I put it on the county record, which is called constructive notice. Look it up. There's two types of notices that you have to get. A gentleman gives notice. Women don't get offended. They mean woman as well. But a gentleman gives notice. You got to give public notice. Public notice. You got to give constructive or actual notice. So I gave notice of what I was doing. So now the state knows, along with the local individuals know, that I have my vehicle registered in my trust and I'm riding around with my own plate. And I let them know that. I promise you, this is all public record. Go look it up yourself. That's why, to this day, 2025, in that same Toyota Avalon, which they run great, by the way. I love them Toyota Avalons. Love them. To this day, ride by the police station every day. They always sitting out there in the driveway. I wave at them. They wave back. They haven't followed me in a while, but they used to follow me all the way home. I just wave at them. Wave at them. Nothing. This is nothing to brag about or nothing to be facetious. This is just the truth of how you have to understand and read between the lines and just read. Just do your study. Just read. Everything I'm telling you is true. But of course, the masses don't know this. They should. They should. I'm nobody. I got a few college credits, associate degree worth of credits. Yeah. I was an entrepreneur young. I'm not gonna even lie. My college professor told me in a good way, hey man, go ahead and stop coming to class because you got too many business ideas. I suggest that you just go ahead and just go ahead and put your ideas into fruition. Just go ahead and just do it. I promise you, he told me that. I didn't even take offense to it. And that's what I did. I've been out here. I've been out here. I first, what I call this movement, I got into this movement for the wrong things, the wrong reasons. I'm not going to even lie. Of course, greed was part of it. I would be a lie to tell you that it wasn't. What you say, my sound effects, the explosion effect not coming through all the way. Okay, but I take it everything else is. That's fine. I won't hit it no more. But yeah, I got into this. And let me say this. Yeah. I know you did do up. You did. I'm not worried about it. They'll get it on the rewatch. It's all good. But when I got into this lifestyle, my way of living, of course it was greed involved. I was trying to get out of paying a mortgage, get rich, take care of my wife and daughter, whatever the situation may be, for real. Even when I got into the Moorish Science Temple of America, for real, I got into that for the wrong reasons. I really did, thinking it was going to benefit me in my lifestyle and try to use those thought processes and things like that to get ahead. But all praises due, for real, it changed my whole ideology. It really did. The greed shed it away after I didn't get the remedy that I was looking for instantaneously. I was scanning through material instead of reading it and comprehending it for the first few years. It wasn't getting any remedy, or I wasn't recognizing the remedy, because you have to recognize it when it presents itself. It's not going to come in a box with a bow on top. No, you have to recognize the remedy when it presents itself. And you have to know how to respond to it, or know how not to respond to it. So after my first several years of getting into it and having the negative connotation and this not doing it for the right reasons and not seeing any success from it, eventually, and it happens differently for everyone, eventually the spirituality of the Moorish Science Temple of America started to sink in. It started to really sink in. I started to really understand what that was about. I promise you I did. The greed went away. I started to really understand what I was reading. I started to really understand that, hey, everything, I'm about to lose some people. Everything really is prepaid already. Everything really is. I'm not finna get all deep because people think this crazy talk, but I got to really believing and understanding that. Okay, we really are entities. There really are surety bonds in place. There really are such and such. If you really do believe you are more and the way you move, there really are remedies out there to be had. There really is. And I started to see it. And I started to put in that work for real. I've seen with my own eyes. We're not friends right now anymore, but a gentleman I was friends with who brought me into this world, he worked for, I believe it was Chase Bank at the time, some type of mortgage company. This been several years ago. And we were in this movement, just getting into it, and he brought home a thick packet of a mortgage being discharged. And once he brought that and he had a copy of it, that changed my whole world, because prior to that, I've only heard people talk about getting their mortgage discharged. I've never seen it. But when I saw the letter from this mortgage company and the whole process that that gentleman took to get his mortgage discharged, I knew then there was some validity. I knew then that solidified everything that I was doing prior to that. Even though I hadn't seen the remedy for myself, I knew it was possible and it is real. And I looked at it. The basic things, and please do your own research. The basic things. The administrative process was used. You have to use the administrative process. You have to get them in default. You have to. If you leave away with anything, you have to get any entity that you feel that has wronged you in default. It's going to seem like it's not working, or what does that do? Trust me, they know what it means. And until you do your research, you're going to that whole remedy is just going to go over your head. I have so many folks in default, they don't even look at me. It's the truth. I promise you it's the truth. You run my name right now, no lie. Of course, I have several warrants out there. Yes, I do. All traffic violations and shit like that. Failure to appear, all that. Driving on suspended license, vehicle not registered. Yeah, all that's out there, I'm not gonna lie. It's been out there for years. Since I filed my paperwork. To the untrained and to the unastute, well, what's the point of you talking about this? You still got warrants out. Yada, with the woo. I know. That's why this isn't for everybody. Because on paper, of course, it looks like of course it does. But in reality, inside of the matrix, because right now you still plugged in. In reality, what you're reading while you're plugged in don't even matter in reality. See, you plugged in, so you're going to run that name. You're going to see warrants and all that. You're going to see all that. But when you unplug and you actually stand by me and you walk with me within the matrix and you walk with me, you will see no different. Of course, the questions are going to come. Your mouth is going to be open. Close it quickly before you let the flies in, but your mouth will be open. You will be like, how in the world are you doing this? When this says this, how are you doing this? How? How come they turning their head when you come in here? How? That's all I could tell you. And I want you to experience that, but only you have to experience that with what you do. And you're over and understanding. I'm just talking. I love it. We just talking. But I want everybody to experience this. I do. I travel around for us being on these different panels and just going to different YouTube spaces and just listening in. The conversation is just, to me, the conversation is just going in circles. Going in circles. There's a lot of divisiveness going on. You got this FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, pitted against the non-foundational Black Americans, which is crazy to me. So that's an inner fight within ourselves, which we already had our own inner fight amongst ourselves. Now we're taking that subsection and now we're fighting amongst other people of our own color. That is crazy to me over some, all because we're having a discussion on whether reparations will be had and who's going to be allowed to get it. That is crazy to me. You have all that, and I'm not going to even include and talk about the doggone political side of it, the Democrat versus the Republican. You have that. You have all this mess, all that, which is nothing to me but a distraction. Yes, I engage in it sometimes because I am human, but the big picture is leave all that alone. And if everybody can get on the page and the level of how I'm moving and how other individuals are moving, and I wish it was a whole lot more. A whole lot more. Without saying any names, you don't know them anyway, and I would never would disrespect them like that. They don't even live in the same state as myself. But I got a phone call, and he or she showed the proof. We're not just talking. He or she been working on this situation for the last 2 years. I've been there all that time. True story. And she just got her title for her vehicle that, not being funny, I'm just keeping it real, that motherfucking car been in hiding in the garage for like 6 months. They was trying to come get that. She better than me. See, she couldn't do it the way I did it because fortunately in her state, they don't give you the title in your hand. They smart. They register your vehicle for you. Oh, they smart.
Got him!
I feel bad for you if you live in a state where they have to register your vehicle for you and they give you your place for you. See, they did that because they knew what they were doing. And I could say that because I know better and I did better. Again, I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm living proof of what I've done. You don't register your vehicle with the state. In layman's terms, you don't give the title back to the state that just gave it to you in your hand. You just got the vehicle. It was paid for off your estate. I'm not finna go there. I'm finna lose some folks. It was already paid for. Already paid for. Sorry to tell you, mighty glad to let you know. Please ask me how I know. Do your own research. Come on. But if you live in a state where they go get the title for you, go get the plates for you, then you're kind of screwed. Thank God Missouri doesn't do that. They're trying to pass a law that they want to do that, but it still won't affect me because I'm already taken care of. I already know how to rectify that loophole. You need to learn that. But my point is, the vehicle was already yours. But anyway, get back to my friend's story. I'm sorry, I digress. So she's in this lifestyle just like I am. She's living her life with her family, trying to get her things together. We all go through our stuff. We all going through the same things, trying to keep the mortgage paid, trying to keep your vehicle paid, and things like that. Let me be the first to say this too, because it needs to be said. Listen, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't. First of all, you have to honor your obligation. What I mean by that is, before you even knew about the potential of a lifestyle that I live or the remedy that could be available to you, you did sign that contract. You did sign that mortgage contract. You did sign that automobile contract. You did sign that credit card contract. You did all that. So by law, contractually, and that's where they get you, you have to honor that contract. Unfortunately, they got you. Even though the house already paid for, even though the vehicle was already paid for, there was a whole nother contract that you signed and you didn't even know it. But you signed a whole nother one to pay back a bank that didn't even loan you the money in the first place. And that's the truth. We all done it. And that's the truth. Please do your research. There's always two transactions going on at the same time. Don't take it from me. Do your own research. The house, already paid for. Vehicle, already paid for. When you sit down at the signing, you're signing two different contracts. One to a bank that didn't even loan you nothing, but you got tricked. And the other one, a promissory note that you didn't even have had to sign because the house was already paid for. If you knew what to sign and how to sign it at the table, at the closing. But that's that. I digress. Back to my story. True story, and I'm so happy for her. It just happened this week. He or she just got their title back for their vehicle. Their vehicle is quote unquote paid off, is done. She didn't pay any Federal Reserve notes, none whatsoever. It was all handled by paperwork and her claiming and proving her claim. That's it. That's it. That's it. They know the truth. Now, do you think they're going to share that? When I say they, I mean the companies. Do you think they're going to share that? Of course not. Of course not. You could try to get things on video, but again, if you show it in the wrong circles, it's not going to be good because they honestly want you to keep this a secret, unfortunately. Now, of course, you could take care of your family, but keep it off, again, the social media aspect. I'm not going into any details. I'm just giving you the basics. And the basics sounds crazy, and the average person is not going to do it any doggone way. But I'm talking to that one person. All I need is just one person. Just one. I don't care who you are. Has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with gender, has nothing to do with your age. I don't care who you are. I just need one person to live this life in your own way and understand. I could play a video, I could play audio of me being detained or stopped by a police officer as I was driving my vehicle, my automobile. It's not a vehicle, it's an automobile. As I was driving my automobile, it's on my YouTube channel here, labeled "I Don't Answer Questions." It was done over a year ago. I will probably republish it or bring it up and talk about it in detail. I have that. I went to court. For those that didn't know, I had a court date. I was on trial. I was prepared to go to trial. I was charged with 3 Class C felonies. You're like, damn, what the hell? Yes, I was charged with 3 Class, was it E? Yeah, Class E felonies, up to 7 years in prison. Well, damn, Otis, what were those charges? 3 counts of filing false documents. Say it again. 3 counts of filing false documents. All felonies, all can carry 7 years per charge. Well, Otis, how did you get those charges? Well, not to go into deep detail, I went on Zillow and I purposely put in the category search engines and things like that. And I'm not going to go into detail because that's a no-no, and I'm going to do it again just for the record. Yes, I am. Looked up foreclosed looked up foreclosed homes. After I looked up the foreclosed homes, because you got to know this, do your own research. This is not an educational channel. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Banks cannot own anything. Banks don't own homes. They don't. So a bank cannot foreclose on anything that they don't own. I know this for a fact. That's why I'm still here staring at you and talking to you. So I took a $750,000 home and 2 condominiums. The trust took ownership of those homes. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but I did that. I moved my wife and I into the $750,000 home, got the locks changed legally and everything. No 5-0 came, no police came. There was no breaking in or breaking of entering or anything like that. Moved in furniture, all that. Very nice, affluent area here in St. Louis. Yes, $750 home in St. Louis is equivalent to a $2 million home in Chicago. Do your research. I don't know what that equivalent might be to where you live, but it was a very affluent neighborhood. It was in Ellisville, so do your research. Ellisville in Missouri. Okay, so I moved there. Me and my wife was in that home for 3 years. No BS. 2 condominiums. 2 condominiums and a how big was the home? 5,600 square feet home. Okay. They tried to come back and say civilly, my fault. No, that was criminally that I illegally filed false documents, yada yada woo. I tell you this story to tell you this, how I ended. Not only did I beat that case with my paperwork that I filed proving that banks can't own anything, and I was coming in as, even though a lot of people won't qualify and believe this, I was coming in as a Moore, which I believe that I am, along with all supporting documents, and the way I sent it to the courts and the court administrator and the head circuit clerk, which is the head court clerk, the way I sent it to them by common law rights, that case somehow disappeared. It's gone. Gone. They tried to get me to trial for 2 years. 2 years. I had a trial set that Monday. That Monday. I had to go to court that Friday. Let me back up a little bit. I sent my last round of paperwork on the Tuesday. They got it. They got it. They got it. I got proof they got it because I sent it certified mail with the green card. They got it. That Tuesday. I was doing court that Friday. I go to court Friday, knowing that they got it Tuesday. They act like they didn't receive it. I get it. They still saying, we going to trial. We going to trial. We're ready to go to trial Monday. Now, let me tell you something. How you have to know and recognize your remedy when it presents itself. Because again, in this lifestyle and on this journey, they don't tell you when you have them against the wall. They won't tell you that. That's why you have to know your remedy when you see it and know how to respond to it. They won't tell you. So let me tell you what transpired. That's why you have to study, stand on your 10 toes, and watch their world open up. Give me less than 2 minutes. I have to let my cousin in. He's here with his goodie bag. Give me one second. I'll be right back. I promise you it's going to be worth the wait. Wait, I'll be right back.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho. Music.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for holding on. I appreciate that. So let me tell you how you have to, for those of you who haven't heard the story before, but this is all true. I wish I had proof of this because after I received my victory from the courthouse, I ran out. I was so excited. I ran out the courtroom. Well, I didn't run out. I walked out the courtroom. I held it. I did cry a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I get into it. And I ran outside. I was yelling, and I was part of this one show. I'm not gonna say the name. A couple of years ago, or whatever, when this happened. And I called right back in because before I went to court, we had prayed together live on air right before I went in. And I came out. I was all excited. Everybody on live, they witnessed me and my victory. Unfortunately, of course, you know how life is. Me and that individual, we're not associates anymore. And a lot of people told me I had to go back and watch it. You could see the hate in his face. You could see it. He was not happy that I had gotten that remedy. But I digress. Let's get into the story briefly. Real quick. Tuesday, they received paperwork that was very important proving my claim that Tuesday. I was doing court that following Friday. So that Friday, once I got there and I knew that they received my paperwork, they didn't acknowledge it. I brought it up. They didn't acknowledge it. You got to understand the court procedures. I get all that. I was representing myself, pro se. Never had an attorney, never will. I represented myself, pro se. So I'm there, and the judge is trying his best to intimidate me. He's talking, saying, "Are you still willing to represent yourself? Do you know what you're doing? I'm not going to treat you any different." I'm like, "I'm ready. Let's go." Since you act like you don't have my, I'm paraphrasing, I didn't say it exactly like that. I'm very respectful. Since you don't have my paperwork, I'm ready and prepared to go to trial the following Monday. Jury selection starts. Mind you, of course I'm not ready. Because honestly, I didn't expect to get it that far. I'm not going to even lie. So here's the remedy part. Here's the remedy. I promise you this happened. And the question is, what would you have done? Would you have recognized the remedy? The prosecuting attorney says this. He says, "Your Honor, I would like to ask for a continuance because one of the main witnesses can't be found." He said something along those lines. Now, I'm being real, 100% transparent. I'm not a lawyer, but I watched a hella Perry Mason shows. I watched hella Matlock shows. I watched hella Law and Order. And I have common sense. Where on God's green earth does an attorney let the other opposing attorney know that they can't find or whatever their main witness? Tell me where they do that at. They don't. So I immediately said, "Your Honor, I object. I'm prepared to go to trial Monday. So should he. He should not get a continuance, even though I've gotten several of them in the past. But that just didn't make sense to me. He was telling me something. So as soon as I said what I said, I promise you, the judge and the attorney, they looked at each other. as to say, oh shit, he ain't going for it, sir. He ain't going for it. He ain't going for that one. And he was correct. So the lawyer said, I guess I have to be ready Monday. And I politely waited for my piece of paper that they give you, letting you know the trial starts Monday, and I left out the door. Mad for real, because I'm thinking why they didn't honor the letters, the paperwork, the correspondence that I sent that's following Tuesday. I mean, that past Tuesday. I know you got it. I know it's worth something. I know it's standing 10 toes down. Come on, what is going on? So I said, okay, I guess I got to be ready. Go to trial Monday. Get ready for the jury selection. Monday morning come. That was a wild weekend. I prayed, meditated. Monday morning came. Never been to trial on that level with a jury a day in my life. Never. But here I am Monday going into the courtroom, getting ready to pick a jury. When I opened the door to get into the courtroom, your boy noticed something different. I noticed something right out the gate. Wasn't nobody in there except the bailiff, who I've been knowing for I don't know how long, because he know my face. I've been coming there for 2+ years. The court stenographer and the state prosecuting attorney. Those are the only 3 individuals that was in there. I'm like, hold on, where's the people so we could pick the jury? I mean, what's going on? Where they at? I'm saying it to myself, I don't get it. They huddled up. They saw me, the prosecuting attorney, calls me over. He goes to the side. I walk up. He was like, and I'm paraphrasing because it's been a little minute. He said something like, we're not going to prosecute you or whatever, y'all with the woo. I forgot his exact words, but he did say this, like they do with their hip ass. He said, we're going to possibly come back with more charges, but as of now, we're going to dismiss this case, yada, yada, with the woo. As soon as he said, I'm not going to even lie, I immediately started to don't do it, because that power of what you've done is finally coming to fruition. But at the same time, they're not letting you know what really truly happened. You guys were supposed to be here to pick a damn trial. I mean, to pick the jury to go to trial. This is why I'm here, right? Judge, nowhere to be found. So he said, stay here. Judge is going to come out, do what he does, dismiss the case, yada, 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 yada. He disappeared. He walked back. Okay? As he's walking back, a whole nother court reporter comes out, not the stenographer or the bailiff. The court reporter comes out. She was a melanated, older lady. She had to be, I guess, probably in her early 60s. I could be wrong, but she was in her early 60s. Now, I don't fault her at all, because they have to do their job. They took an oath. They have to do their job. But what she did and what she said spoke volumes. And I wish that more people could hear those words themselves. What she said to me as she was giving me my dismissal, let me back up just slightly. No, that's the point. As she was giving me my dismissal, and I'm sitting up there waiting, she whispered it. She looked me dead in my face. She whispered it. She said, great job. I swear. That's what she said. She said, great job. She didn't say it loud. She said, great job. At that time, I'm not going to lie, I lost it. Tears start coming down. You have no idea the validity. That's what I needed, the validity that this paperwork does work. What I put down on that paper was true, and they had to acknowledge it. Only after you pushed them in a corner to acknowledge it. But they're not going to let you know you have an out. But they got to give it to you. You have to recognize it. They gave me my out that Friday when he asked for his continuance. What would have happened if I wouldn't have objected to him having a continuance? What would have happened? He would have had the time to come up with some more loophole shit, and I would have been probably railroaded. Now, let me back up even further. After she said what she said, while she's making her copies, the prosecuting attorney comes back out and he says, and this really got me, because I already knew what happened. He said, the judge is not going to come out. We're just going to give you this paperwork. Listen. I already knew why he couldn't come out. Because my paperwork told him he couldn't. He couldn't come out. He couldn't leave them damn chambers based on the claim that I proved. But if I didn't stand on that square, they was trying to rail me into a trial. But you have to know the basic information. That's why I'm telling you, you knowing this information but not knowing the remedy when it presents itself is useless. And I can honestly say, me telling and talking about this, it's going over a lot of people's head. But all I need is one. I just need one. And that one person already knows that this is not a cakewalk. You will see some failures in your life. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this: the failures will outweigh the successes. But to me, it's still worth it, because the average person don't even know about this lifestyle, which is the true lifestyle, that everything is already paid for, and it's a certain way you should move to prove it's already paid for, and it's a certain way you should move in how to handle yourself in all the affairs. There's a certain way to do it. And of course they don't want the masses to know. I understand, and Lord knows I do, especially having to deal with you suckers. Because a lot of you guys want it for the wrong reason. And a lot of you guys don't deserve it. The degenerates, the criminals and things like that. First of all, it's not going to work for you anyway, because again, like what did I say earlier? You have to come with clean hands. You have to have not caused any bodily harm to another human being, and you cannot have any, you cannot perform any personal property damage. You cannot escape God's law. You cannot escape it. So if you do anything to harm another human or hurt someone or damage someone's personal property, you have to account for that. You have to atone for that. You have to. There's no way around it. But all this other stuff, filing false charges for paperwork, traffic tickets, a driver's license, registering your vehicles. Man, please, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That's why they don't mess with me. That's why I wouldn't dare so-called have a class and show people how to take well, not everybody, but first I'm not going to go there. But there's a way, again, just talking about myself. That's why I've been saying this for I don't know how long, since I got the gun in the gun trust. I don't own it, own nothing, control everything. I'm gonna say it again. ONCE, once. Own nothing, control everything. Once. I ain't saying it no more. I don't own nothing. We don't own this house. Look it up. The house is in a trust. Look it up. Public record. The weapon is in the trust. Now, me being a so-called two-time felon in their world, I carry it every day. They know it. I'm not afraid. I used to show it. I ain't finna grab it. Sitting right there over the motherfucking table. I ain't trying to prove nothing. I carry it every day, a 9mm, along with some other shit. And I'm saying it loud and proud. I'm a so-called, I'm not, but I'm a so-called two-time felon in their system. Put my name up. It's common. It's public record. I ain't hiding shit. But since I do know what I'm talking about, and I do know that as a human, I have the right to bear arms, and I do know that it's the trust that owns it, because I don't own nothing. I'm just a beneficiary.
Got him!
That's it. And I could benefit from what's ever in that trust. And I gave public notice. I gave actual and constructive notice. And I'm hoping someone, because I'm pretty sure they did it. I've been doxxed before. I'm hoping someone, I dare you, to call the police department. You might not want to hear what you want to hear, but call them. They might even tell you they're going to do something about it. But how am I on YouTube and have shown in previous other videos, and you've seen other so-called rappers? Hold on. You've seen other rappers like Boosie, who was on a video on YouTube doing a video shoot, and someone called the police on him because they saw a weapon in his waistband because he's a felon who's not supposed to operate a vehicle. So just, to own a weapon. So just by me showing this, brandishing this is not even in the manner of me showing off or doing anything reckless with it. This is a legal, lawful weapon, 9mm. Yes, it's one in the chamber, but the safety is on. Let me put it back in here so I want no mistake to happen. If a police officer was to see that right now, if I was not legal to carry it, they'll come lock me up. They got the proof. It's not the first time I've done that. They got the proof. It shouldn't even be in my possession. I'm not supposed to even be touching it. Not even supposed to be touching it. It's on my person on a regular basis. Regular basis. I don't own it. The trust owns it. I'm just a beneficiary along with the other weapons that's listed on that sucker. Keep on. I dare you to call on me. Nothing's going to happen. You better not try it until you do your studying. And if you do try it and you're not in a position to do it for as you cause bodily harm or property damage, it's not going to work anyway because you have to atone for that. I don't believe in that mess. You have to atone for that. But I'm just telling you my truth. So I don't care how many videos you see on YouTube of so-called sovereign citizens or whatever you want to title them. I don't like none of them terms. And they doing this. Yeah, a lot of them are full of shit. I say it. A lot of them are full of shit. They just want money. They're selling packages. They're selling this. They selling that. Yes, I used to sell my trust templates and all that. I still got them, but I don't even sell them. I'm done with that bull. You have to get that stuff yourself and get on your own journey like I've done it. It's not about the money for me. I'm not going to even lie. I live a lot by doing the barter system. And that's facts. That's the truth. I barter for weed, all that. I'm not going to even lie. I'm him. Got him. Wrong sound effect. Even though he said it's not coming through strong. For real. I know the true essence of living. I'm not tripping off money. Would I like to have it? Of course. Don't get it twisted. But don't get it twisted. But again, I'm rambling. I'm all over the place. Thanks to Cuz coming by to giving me my little fix. Appreciate it. You're in the building. Hold on real quick. It ain't gonna be long, but go ahead and say hi to the people, man. Go ahead and holler at them real quick.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, he in the building. He came through. Appreciate you. It's Friday. You know, we doing what I do. I need to go check on the dog. Make sure you ain't got to go outside and piss. I think he cool though.
He up there laying down.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, back
to the stories.
Yeah, back to the story. I'm just all over the place. But yeah,
hey, you was on that deep though.
I ain't mean to, man. I just be all over the place, man. And that wasn't even part of the topic of discussion today. It just somebody needed to hear it. I don't care if it's just one person, but somebody needed to hear that. I'm not giving. Listen,
reach one, teach one.
Yeah. Somebody in here already knew what was up, thank God, which was Doo-Wop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate Doo-Wop. Again, I'm not here for the views, the money, and all that. Would I love to have it? Of course. I'll be sitting here lying, but I know this conversation don't move the needle. I'm not. I would love to sit here and be controversial and just do numbers like my fellow YouTubers who I follow and I do like, but their content lately has just been shitty, just crazy, just pitting one, just crazy. Now don't get me wrong, I like a little messiness. I'm not gonna lie, I am human, just a little bit. But when it gets, listen, I got to get back focused. I got to get back. I have things to accomplish. I have things to finish. Yeah. But what's going on, chat? Peace out to you. What's good? What's good? We just hanging out, having a good little time. It's Friday. This is my third day going live in a row. I haven't done that in a while. Thank you. It feels good. 23 degrees here. It is still cold. It's warmer than it was yesterday, but it is still cold. 23 degrees outside. Good Lord.
We're gonna blast off in Monday.
What you mean, blast? What's supposed to be going on Monday?
Shit, it's gonna be 60 degrees up in this bitch.
Okay, cool.
61 and 60 the next 2-3 days and shit. Yeah.
Well, we see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the individuals that are watching me. I definitely appreciate you. Let me see. It's easier to fool the man that convinced him he's been fooled. Wow. Okay, then convinced.
Exactly.
Yeah. You are 100% correct. Let me put that up there. I like that. That is so true. It's easier to fool the man than convince him he's been fooled. Yes. Wow. Yes. 100%. 100%. Yes, Doo-Wop. But yeah, but let me see here. Let me get to some of these stories, and of course, I'm going to get off track anyway. But let's get to some of these stories that I could just touch on and just talk about.
Trump would set you off. So
Yeah, that Trump. The Trump was set. Yeah.
because you've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been watching since I was leaving the gig. So yeah.
Yeah, like I say, we just talking, man.
Hey, trust me, I be trying to wake people up where I work at, man. Everybody want to stay asleep. Don't unplug me. Leave me plugged in.
Well, we're gonna leave their ass plugged in. Some just told me I didn't want to even talk about that, but some told me it just came up. It just came over me. So something told me to bring it up. So I did. But yeah, let's get into some of these crazy ass stories. These next couple of stories are fresh off the press. This one here 2-3 hours ago from St. Louis. It's local. But let's start with this first. This is very, 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 very heartbreaking. This is crazy. Shout out to her family. Bless her and everything. On Tuesday, February 18th, 2025, Jennifer, who was unhoused, was found frozen to death, deceased on a heating manhole cover in downtown St. Louis near City Hall while attempting to stay warm amidst extremely cold weather with temperatures as low as 2 degrees. Yes, the hell it was. Jennifer Pendleton, 36, originally from Ohio, had moved to St. Louis a few years ago. Keep her family in your prayers. Most definitely. Wow. Damn. That is crazy. It was 2 degrees Tuesday, man. And she didn't have. Now listen, damn, baby, why didn't you go to a shelter?
She go down to the Justice Center and just walk inside the Justice Center.
That's crazy. I don't understand.
She could have walked and stood inside the Justice Center or something, man. Shit.
Talking to the mic. I don't think they hear you in the mic. Say something to the mic.
I'm sorry. I said
Hold on.
I don't understand why she didn't walk down the street to the Justice Center.
Damn,
Them
that's
doors
crazy.
ain't locked.
Damn, that's
At
crazy.
least go inside there. You could have stayed inside the little gap between the doors or something.
I hate that happened to her, man. You frozen.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's sad.
2 degrees, and she was sleeping on top of a manhole cover that
One of
was
the steam, one of the steam,
damn.
old steam covers, because they use they still run steam through the city to heat the buildings in the city.
Damn, that's damn. Well,
Yeah, the government building and all that, city hall, all of that's ran through steam heat. That's how all of it's heated. So they got steam pipes that run under the streets, just like the sewers and shit.
damn. Well, it wasn't warm enough. 2 degrees though. Shit, and then that's not including the wind chill. Shit. Wow. Okay. Here's his next story. St. Louis is very familiar with this story, but let me brief the audience real quick before I read it. But real quick, this gentleman here, a couple of years ago, I believe it was at a concert downtown, or I might be confusing this with something else, but it was a basketball tournament, not basketball, a volleyball tournament downtown for a high school of some sort, and there was a lot of traffic, and this young man was speeding through the traffic, not stopping at stop signs or whatnot. Something happened, and he lost control or whatever, and he ran into this individual, this lady, this volleyball player, and amputated her leg. So now you're up to speed. This took place here in St. Louis a couple of years ago. So now let's read the story, see what the update is. The city of St. Louis is set to pay $450,000 in a settlement nearly 2 years after a tragic crash involving Janae Edmondson, a teenager who lost her legs while exploring the city. Back in February 2023, Janae was in St. Louis with her family for a volleyball tournament. While she was out and about in downtown, a speeding driver failed to yield and crashed into another vehicle, which then hit Janae, resulting in the amputation of both legs. Damn, I remember that like it was yesterday. That's been 2 years?
Yeah.
Damn. Investigators later found out that the driver, Daniel Riley, was out on bond for a pending robbery case. This shocking news sparked public outrage and led to calls for the removal of former St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner, which she eventually was removed. I think, was this part of it though? Because she had a lot of shit going on, Kim Gardner. She had a lot of stuff going on, but this wasn't probably, yeah, okay. On Friday, the Simon Law Firm, this was 2 hours ago, this morning, okay. On Friday, the Simon Law Firm announced the nearly $500,000 settlement, claiming the city was negligent for placing a yield sign at an intersection with poor visibility due to the surrounding high-rise buildings. First of all, $500,000 is nowhere near enough. If this is what they settled on, did they win this? Hold on. Let me read this again. Yeah, wow. Y'all, who's...
Yeah, they settled for
That's
that.
nowhere near enough. 400. Let me calm down. You lost. No, that is crazy. What type of lawyer is this? What lawyer did you have? That is crazy to me. You lost both your legs. They are both amputated. You lost your legs, so a lot of your way of life is going to be not the same. It's going to hinder you. So I'm pretty sure you are going to make over $450,000 in your lifetime anyway. You're only a teenager. If you were averaging, say $50,000 a year, once you get out into your adult, get into a job, you're gonna come on. No, that's not any money. $450,000. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this live. Y'all got me all confused. Let's do this live, which I do not mind. Let's go. Calculator. $450,000 minus at least 33% that the attorney get. They getting it out the gate. At least, okay, so that's minus 33%. So that leaves you $301,000. Now, you got that 100, I mean, you got that $301,000, my fault, $301,500 equals, okay, minus, what's the taxes going to be on that? It's going to be at least, I'm going to go to the low end, at least 24%. It's going to be higher, but it's going to be at least 24% minus 24% taxes. 24%. That's going to leave you walking away with $229,000. Ma'am, I fear for you. You lost both your legs, and you're going to walk away with roughly, after taxes, $229,000. What on God's green earth, as you being a teenager, can you do with $229,000? Of course, if you do the best thing, which I know you're not going to do because you're human, I get it, which is to put it in some type of stock or something, yielded something, because I'm not an expert, put it in something where it's going to yield you something. You can't even put that, that's not even enough money to put it in the bank and live off the so-called interest that you will garner or whatever. You can't even, that's nothing. But the best thing to do is pretend you don't even have that money, put it up, don't even touch it, and let the interest occur, and or let it yield something in a CD or some type of stock, do something, divest it, do something, and forget it's there for 10 to 15, 20 years based on your age. That's, to me, would be the best thing to do. But realistically, she's not going to do that, and rightfully so. She has to, and for real, that's going to go on her medical. What about your medical costs? What the hell is who is your lawyer? I'm mad, dog. Who is your lawyer? What the hell is that? $450,000. Damn.
Maybe that's what she got after the lawyer fees and medical.
No. First of all, they never say that. They don't do that. They always give the top dollar amount. They don't give the bare minimum. They don't do that.
Okay.
The city of St. Louis is set to pay $450,000 in a settlement.
Okay.
That's all they give it. That's wow. That's crazy. You need another attorney. Well, it's too late now. Your ass has signed off on it. Damn. Well, good luck to you. For real. Good luck to you. I wish you well, for real, but that's definitely not enough money. What's going on, King Rooster? Shout out to the Wireless Wake Up Show. What's going on? You have to set up your redirect access. Oh, okay, I got you. I see what's up with it, but I ain't gonna lie. They scare me. I rock with you, Sharon. I rock with your chat, but they scare me. I don't know. They might come over here saying some shit that I don't want to hear. Yeah, but I appreciate that, dog. We're going to try to do that, though. Thanks for, but shout out to you. Thanks for coming through, man. I really do appreciate that. What's up, Rooster? What's good with you? But yeah, that's crazy. That's no money. That's no money. That ain't no money. $450,000. But yeah, I'm not gonna pick on you, Sharon, but I will say this. I'm glad you are in the chat. Thank you. I would love to come back up on your panels. Honestly, I ain't been up there in a while for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm serious, but joking at the same time. I'm scared of PH Diva, for real. But I saw, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch Sharon Bracey show. Go subscribe to his channel. Great content. He drives me up a wall. He really does. But I still follow him and I rocks with him, for the record.
And the chat too.
Yeah, and the chat too. Oh my God. I do agree with him a lot. I do. I just don't agree with his delivery and his such, which is great to have, his arrogance of being stern of, if it isn't his way, it's no way. I just don't agree with that a lot. In some situations, you have to be that way, but in the situations that you were bringing up, I just personally don't agree. But that's why I love this world. You have the right to disagree with somebody respectfully. But yeah, these last 2 days, he been driving me up a wall. And for the record, I dropped the link if you want to come up, but I doubt if you want to, because I don't want to stay on it too long. I've been rocking with you for over a year now. I saw the interaction last night on the show that you went over there to visit. I saw it. I'm being very open and objective. You lost your stoicism just a little bit. I think you were holding your own. I didn't, well, I'm not gonna say I didn't disagree with you. I think the stat that you guys were talking about, and I understand what you was trying to prove. I promise you I do. I just think, in my opinion, you was missing the overarching point, but I definitely get your side. But you kind of lost me just a little bit when you brought up the sucking the man's organs. I'm not gonna I'm like, this dude here. I said, damn, Shirai. So yeah, so of course that would make the other gentleman go into a tizzy. So you knew what you was doing there. So that I'm like, damn, Shirai. Like, but yeah, but I liked it though. I like it. I like it. So it's cool though. But yeah, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to his channel. They discussed it this morning. So like I say, great show. Great show. But yeah, but Sharon crazy. And for real, I will say this too. No homo. I love me some Brownsville, but that motherfucker there.
Hey man,
He know what he be doing. He know. Hold on, we gonna have some fun this Friday. I'm just gonna drop it for whoever want to come up, especially if Rooster want to come up. That's my dude. Since he's banned from Sharon show.
Yeah. That's some fucked up shit there, man. Excuse my language.
Yeah, yeah. If you ain't got to be excused if you don't say it. The hell.
I'm sorry for saying it, but
okay.
I'm just saying.
Rooster, that dude there. Yeah. But so yeah, the link is dropped if you want to come up for those that want to come up. But Brownsville, again, for the record.
Man.
And for those that are watching, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Sharon Bracey show, I forgot the Wildest Wake Up show, but it's under Sharon Bracey. Go watch him in the morning. Trust me, it's going to drive you crazy. Brownsville, he means well. I promise you, I understand his message. I'm not slow. He means well. But he doesn't account for the realistic shit that really happens out here. He doesn't. Again, he reminds me, which we need pastors. He reminds me of this pastor who gets in front of the pulpit and just spews nothing but the good stuff. He doesn't touch the nuances of what really and can truly happens. That great part. And nobody, not just him, nobody is discussing it. And I mean that. So when I try to bring up those nuances, which again, it might be too personal, it gets me in trouble all the time, but those are the nuances that nobody wants to discuss. But then when it comes up, you have somebody like a Brownsville who's so gun-ho like he's really and literally walking on water, who act like he don't understand and wants to pound on. I use my situation for real. Not that I don't need any sympathy, nothing like that. Yeah. The situation that happened, okay, got it. Him being a married man, even though he doesn't agree with that, which I totally understand, but there's a nuance there that needs to be discussed. Instead of coming on, oh, you did this to your wife, you already admitted that, and just looking down on me instead of not understanding, because that's the wrong word. Of course, don't understand it, but have a understanding of it's a marriage and understand the overarching situation. Understand that it's a dynamic within the marriage. Let's discuss that. Because once you walk down the aisle and you say, I do, death do us part, for richer or for poor, better or for worse. We don't
sickness and health.
We don't discuss the sickness. We don't discuss the poor, and we don't discuss the worth. We only discuss the richer. We only discuss the better. That's it, and that's all I'm saying. But he's a good guy. I don't have nothing negative to say about him, none whatsoever. Just that aspect of it. That's what drives me crazy. And then if you don't agree with that frame of mind, you just automatically cast into a category of here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Rim brother. They want to call you that. Oh my God, where are you? Where are you? And they know what the hell that does.
Triggered, 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 triggered.
Triggering term. They know, especially Brownsville. He's very intelligent. But that's why, again, I like the show, and he gets mad when I say this part. That shit, not shit in a negative way, that's entertainment, man. That's some entertainment stuff. Especially when you got followers like Shiesty Bum. Shout out to Shiesty Bum. That show is for entertainment purposes. Now, for the record, I'll be the first to say, I hate he popped in the chat because I didn't want to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it. I'll be the first to say, have I learned some shit by watching his channel? Of course. I learned what not to do. I learned that I don't agree with some things that individuals do, but I have learned some powerful shit. I'm not going to even lie. The question is, and I know I'm right, will they be willing to admit and say that they learned anything? I say this. I say me, have they learned anything from me? Instead of trying to prove that, no, we're just going to just talk down.
No.
Of course they're not going to admit that. And they probably feel like they really hadn't. Shout out to you, Alan Crooks. But again, I go on panels for a whole nother different approach. I go on to make a statement, try to reiterate it once or twice, and fall back. Mm-hmm. You can't go on there to try to change minds. Just like, let's take today, for example. I'm all over the place. They were rude. I'm sorry. They were rude. The panel was rude to the guest that was over there. That was my first time hearing about him. I forgot his name, the initials, FBE, BGM, who I don't even know. Yeah. But the point is, he was a gentleman, and he's 65. And to me, just that alone garners some type of respect, for real. Unless he was being disrespectful, but he never came across as being disrespectful. And you never but to me, on that channel, and that's not the first time it happened, because they did it to me, in my opinion, they did it to OG Dirty too. He's another elderly gentleman that comes over there. Now, I understand you don't have to agree with everybody. Of course, let's keep it real. But there is a way to do that. That's all I'm saying. And to me, those ways that were being displayed on those two shows where they were on there was being very dismissive and very rude to the elder gentleman. And then, even though you might not agree with everything he was saying, because I didn't, but I enjoy a conversation. Come on. To me, he was being attacked. He was being attacked. And again, it gets stale to me. It gets old to me. Yes, she's smart. I'm meaning PH Diva. Yes, she's smart. I give her that. But again, she be the main one with the disrespect and cut people off, but yet she wants the same respect returned to her. That is just so crazy to me. But yet, men, not all, because men do fall for it. This is where Brownsville is correct. Just because she showed her ass, you're supposed to have enough stoicism to hold that. I get that. And trust me, I get that. And you're right. And I consider myself that way. You know, I literally show my ass, not literally, but I show my ass when I'm just trying to prove a point and be funny, but I don't disrespect the women on there. I don't do that. But that is just crazy to me. But they were challenging him. They weren't really listening to him. They were listening, but they wasn't listening to get understanding. They were listening to make a response to challenge. And then, with all due respect. Selective hearing. Yeah, selective hearing. And with all due respect, I'm not even trying to be funny. And I'm included in this statement that I'm about to make. Sometimes some people aren't qualified to be on the panel to even ask that man or certain individuals questions. For example, I have nothing against Bomb Cherry. Yeah, I said it. I have nothing against her. I don't. I ain't got nothing against nobody. I'm just calling what I see it.
I love her.
I respect her like a mug, but she's something else. To me, she shouldn't. To me, she wasn't the right individual, along with others, to be a part of that conversation on that panel today. She really wasn't. And then the statement she was making, she's always challenging and coming after individuals. Very rude. Everything is not a laughing matter. But again, now I'm finna do a whole 360. Now I'm about to do my ramble. This YouTube. Of course, without those qualities, the attention span wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be able to hold their attention span. But I promise you I get it. But I do feel, me being an older gentleman, he was being disrespected. I felt like he was being attacked. In Brownsville, you knew what you was doing was wrong. You did, and people kill me, and they know what they're doing when they say these words. When I think you call them intellectually something, you know what you did. You didn't say he was, but you said what he said was, which in turns, you saying he said it, which means you're calling it, y'all kill me with that, and Sharon, he does it all the time. But when it's being turned back on him, they want to somehow, that's why I love him, because he makes my blood boil. But a lot of this shit be hypocritical, but it's entertainment. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, he made me want to punch him in his throat sometimes.
But I respect him. But the shit he be saying sometimes, I'm like, come on, bro, stop. But then you have to be careful because, again, hit dogs holler. A lot of the time, that shit don't even affect me. But I understand the talking point. I get it. So I could be empathy. I could be empathetic. But Sharon, or individuals like Sharon, they say, well, if you can empathize, that means you're double-minded. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. An individual has the right to change their mind once new evidence presents itself. Also, sometimes it's not black and white. Sometimes it doesn't affect me, so I'm just going to sit back and watch. It is what it is, and I'll make my decision then. A lot of times, that's just the way that be. It's not so absolute. It's not. But yeah, that's just crazy. And you know what, another thing that irks me? And they channel do it the worst, the most. It irks me. Why every time you make a statement, you have to say the word right with a question mark? Why? Every time they say something, after every sentence, right?
Wrong.
Right?
Wrong.
That's what I want to say. After every sentence, they got to be right.
Wrong.
I mean, what the hell?
It's like a military cadence.
You are correct. Let me put that up. I don't know what you really meant. Let me put this up. I don't know what you really meant by that or what you're really pertaining to, but I'm going to take it for what it's worth or what it means to me. Anger and decision.
Anger is a decision.
I mean, anger is a decision that you okay, I got you. I thought it read something else. My fault. I thought it read something else. My fault. That's my dyslexic ass. I do have dyslexia. I thought it read something else. Anger is a decision that usually is a bad one. You are correct, yes. I thought it read something else. My bad. I thought it read something along the lines of you respond in anger and you usually regret it because it's usually the wrong answer. I don't know what I got that out of that, but that's what I thought I saw. But yeah, great statement though. Another thing too, what I noticed. When you ask somebody a question, a yes or no, and you know there is nuances to it, right, you're doing it on purpose to set them up. But you can't ask them a yes or no question. They want to answer it and break it down into the nuances, but he won't allow you to do the same thing in return.
Right.
He does that a lot.
I mean, what is this, a freaking courtroom?
A lot. But again, that's his channel,
well,
so.
I'm sorry. you're not supposed to hold court on the side of the road. And
Right,
that's
that
what
part.
that's what be
That
happening.
part. Right, right. But yeah, okay. I don't think he even. I think he left. So let's stop even talking about that. I think he left. But let me
Oh, I thought
let
they
me
was gonna come jump on with us.
let me read the chat. See what's
Holla
going
at
on.
your
Okay.
boy. Holla at your boy.
Let me see. Mail, that lady was black who jumped off the gallery. Okay, I'm reading the text I got. We had a situation last. No, it was this week. Whew, this week,
Yeah,
one of our shopping malls here in St. Louis Galleria, we had an individual. Evidently, she was going through some things in life. It is hard out here. God be with her and her family. She decided to jump off the fourth floor of the parking garage, and she ended herself. And that just took place one day this week. She was a melanated sister, so wow. So please keep her family in your prayers if you would. But yeah, that's what I was just reading. Let me see. What you talking about, Rooster? Let me see. Otis, you got it very easy to figure them out. You got it. It's very easy. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Again, these are just my little observations. Nothing personal. We just having conversations and topics. That's it. That's it. No more, no less. But yeah, but again, shout out to King Rooster. Shout out to Shicey Bun. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Alan. Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys. For real, for real. What is lighter? But yeah, let's get back to the stories. I got sidetracked. You know how I go. I got sidetracked. We're not gonna be out here too much longer. I'm not gonna go through these stories. Your boy, Charleston White, he got arrested. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, your boy Charleston White, man. I don't know what the hell he on. Now I rocks with Charleston. He is controversial on purpose for a reason to get his point across. I get it. Some things are very thought provoking. Some things are shocking to the system, but hey, it's needed sometimes. But let's see what happened to him. Charleston White arrested in Texas. That's where he's from on aggravated assault charges. Oh, what the hell you do, man? This was in Fort Worth, Texas. Social media personality and entertainer Charleston White was arrested on February 18th, 2025 in Tarrant County on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Damn, dude. According to jail records. White, known for his controversial online presence and outspoken views, is currently being held at Lon Evans Correction Center without bond. Damn. Woo.
Damn, Charles.
They must have been after you, bro.
The fuck?
The Tarrant County Sheriff's Office has not disclosed details about the incident leading to his arrest, and it remains unclear whether the charges are connected to his previous legal battles. Yes, because he definitely has some more legal battles going on. This is not White's first encounter with law enforcement. In October 2024, he was arrested in Tarrant County on similar charges of aggravated assault and animal cruelty. His legal history and polarizing commentary have made him a frequent subject of public scrutiny. Yes, it has. Damn, dude. Despite his criminal record, White has maintained a strong social media presence, often discussing issues related to crime and incarceration. In a recent interview, he reflected on the impact of jail time, suggesting that incarceration could serve as a turning point for some individuals. Authorities have not yet provided additional information regarding his latest charges. White remains in custody as legal proceedings move forward. Damn, so he's held without bond. Damn, Charles. Well, he's been out here saying some reckless things, and he's been moving pretty reckless. So, I mean, you come on, man. You got to be careful. Again, I don't know what happened. Now, on the outside looking in, his life has been threatened, obviously. But again, hey, that's why you need that trust with that gun. Hey, well, maybe that wouldn't have happened. That still probably wouldn't have helped you. With it say it's not. Did it say? Yeah, it don't say nothing. Felon with the weapons. Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell you did. 2 counts of aggravated assault. That means you had to actually assault someone.
Yeah. Or,
What the hell?
Well, animal cruelty too. So you must.
Well, the animal cruelty. That one was he maced the cat. I think that's what it was. I could be wrong. Was that was?
Maced the cat.
I think he either maced the cat or I could be wrong. I think that's what it was. I could be totally wrong, but I think he maced a damn cat. So that was his first charge. I mean, that's where the criminal, the animal cruelty come from.
Right.
But I don't know what the aggravated assault stemmed from. Now he's charged. Well, you see it right here. He's charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault.
Yeah.
Damn. With no bond. So you're going to be there. You're going to be there for a minute, buddy. Damn it, Charles.
You're going to be there till court, till the judge, till you go see the judge.
And I rocks with Charles, man, but damn.
That nigga got to walk the plank.
Yeah, he done. Damn.
They making sure they going to take you out to sea.
Damn. How do you feel about, I went over the story earlier about the IRS letting go 6,000 employees at the right in the middle of tax season.
Right. That's crazy. That's insane, man. That was insane. I mean, okay, everybody, your taxes, even though you might get them in by
whatever the deadline is,
15th of April, or whatever. Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a delay.
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's definitely going to be a delay.
Right.
You're not getting your taxes on time.
Right. No, that's not happening, baby. I'm sorry.
Hey man, your phone go off one more time. You fired. Hey man. But yeah, let me find some more stuff. Oh, but let me say this. While I pull up some more stuff, I'm broadcasting or streaming simultaneously on Rumble and YouTube at the same damn time. And thank you, first of all, for the views and watching me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. But what I'm noticing is for the last 2 days,
got more watchers.
Hey man, I'm telling the story.
I'm sorry.
I've noticed over the last 2 days, I've had way more viewers on Rumble than I have on YouTube. Now, let's keep it real. YouTube is where the money is being generated. And let's also keep it real. I'm not making any money over on YouTube. I haven't cashed out on YouTube in months. I'll pull it up. There's no shame in my game. I don't sit here and beg for cash apps or super chats or anything like that. Speaking of which, great segue. If you would like, and if you feel that I am worthy, scan the QVR code. The top left is the cash app. The bottom right is my website that I have where you can donate a cup of coffee to your boy. And I also have other interesting things behind that QVR code at the bottom right. So feel free to do that anytime you want. But in order to get a check from in order to get a check from YouTube, you have to make over $100 a month. If you don't make $100 a month, the money just stays there and accumulate until it gets $100. It's been a while since I cashed out on YouTube, a while, which ain't no shame in my game at all, because again, I'm not doing it for the money. Would I like to have the money come in? Of course, but it's not coming in like that at all. But I am close to $100, and once you get over the $100 threshold, your check will be cut to you that following month. Well, direct deposit between the 20th and the 26th. Right now, as you can see, no shame in my game, I'm at Did you see it? Yes, $79.50. Okay, and as you can see, payment minimum $100. So I'm $81 away, not $81. I'm $21 away from getting a cash out from YouTube.
Well, 2050.
Well, 2050. Thank you. From getting the a cash out from YouTube. My biggest cash out from YouTube since I've been on YouTube was last year, and that was for $1,500. And I haven't made anything like that since then, being totally honest with you. No big deal. So I do this for fun, as you can see. But again, would I love to make money off of it? More, of course. That's why I do understand, even though I don't like that style or the technique, I do understand why you have individuals begging, for lack of a better phrase, or asking, because I consider myself asking, but you do have people begging for cash apps or Venmo, whatever. Like, it ain't crazy, which I understand. Also, too, that's why they have that particular format or that setup of if you have that panel format, which I don't have, of having bounties and all that good stuff. Nah, I'm not gonna never have that. So I understand though. That's their way of bringing in revenue. I totally get it. I really, really do. That's why some people sell wrenches. I would never do that, selling wrenches, but it's a great hustle. It really is. I'm not hating at all, but there's a lot of things that I don't do that I know I could possibly bring money in. But to me, especially with the bounty thing, that means you will be, for lack of a better phrase, searching or looking for a mess. Because how can you go throw somebody off if you're not saying nothing derogatory to one another?
Right.
How can you make money? So you have to be searching for topics or putting the individual in subconsciously. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to lie. Everybody want to see a Jerry Springer show on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Can't be no Geraldo or Donahue. You got to be Jerry Springer, all out war. Niggas throwing chairs at each other and shit.
Right. But that's why, again, I'm telling you right now, that's why, again, shout out to my friend. He's like, I know he off now. Shout out to my friend, Dre Montez. Again, when you get a chance, if you haven't, go subscribe to Dre Montez. He's been on YouTube for 10 years. 10 years. I've done my research. We grew up together. He's been on YouTube for 10 years. Dre Montez. He averages, when he go live, and he usually go live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and on his live, he averages, on his live, 2 people. 2 people. Me and you, and one more person. So he's talking in the mic live, and it's 2 people averaging. Some days it's just me in there because I just feel bad. I have to do, okay. I have to show him love because I respect him. That's my dude. But sometimes I'm the only one in there. And I'm not really listening because I just wanted to have him have that credit that I was there and I hit the like button because I'm multitasking.
Right.
But with that being said, if he's averaging 2 viewers going live, and then after he go live, the actual people who actually look at it, the highest I saw was like 20-something people. That's dedication.
Right.
And that's telling me he's not doing it for a large audience. He's doing it for himself and his own people who decides to come in and listen to him. Right. And he has a sponsor.
I think he got a couple of them now.
A paint company, yeah.
I think he got 2 of them now, 2 or 3 of them now.
So imagine going live on YouTube 3 days a week, and you could see there's only sometimes 0 to 1 or 2 people looking at you.
Right.
Just like now, no shame in my game. I'm looking at mine. I have 4. It was just 5. Somebody just left. I get that a lot. Somebody just
They come
pop in
and out.
and they leave. I get it. And it's up to me to hold their attention. I get it because I do the same thing. I get it. But right now, I'm only averaging 4 people looking at me. That's already 3 to 4 times more than what my friend get. And I'm fortunate enough that whereas as of right now, and people will be like in the YouTube world, that's nothing. But on my on my views after the live go off, I average about 40 to 50 views, which is nothing. That's some shit in the YouTube world. That ain't nothing. But I'm happy because it could be 0. I set up this equipment, I hit go live, and I got 3 now listening. And then later on, the rewatches, and it tells you how long they averaging and watching. They sit there, and I get my little views from there. They don't have to do that. That's a beautiful thing to me. But getting back on point, for the last 2 days on Rumble, I've been averaging 150 views on Rumble going live. And on YouTube over here, I think the video we did yesterday, it was like 30 something. And the day before yesterday, I think it was like 30 something. I think it's up to 80 something now. I could be wrong. Matter of fact, no, I gotta look at it right now. Hold on. But the point is, it happens, it grows the more I stay active with it. But the point is just get the people, or just keep doing what you're doing. Build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The show from yesterday, 39 people.
Okay.
The show from the day before yesterday was 89 people. So yeah. And on Rumble, those 2 days, they were both the same. 150. So my point is, thank you for you guys who are watching me right now on Rumble. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ask me how much I made from Rumble, and I've been on Rumble for 2 years now. Ask me how much I made on Rumble. I made a little bit over 15. I think it's a little bit under 1,600 with YouTube. Ask me how much I've made with Rumble.
How much?
17 cents. $17. 0.17. 0.17. That's how much I made on Rumble. I made a little bit under 1,600 on YouTube. But as of late, which is a beautiful thing, I don't know how it's happening. I appreciate it. I'm getting way more views on Rumble. Now, their pay structure is different. Don't know that much about it because I really wasn't concerned with Rumble, to be honest with you, because the quote unquote money is on YouTube. But yeah. But again, I just enjoy doing what I'm doing. I thank you guys for just tuning in and listening to me go on my rants and things like that. This is basically nothing but a video diary of my thoughts, my views, me talking shit. So seriously, my daughter and whoever else feels like they could just tune in, log into their account and just, hey, let's see what's up with Otis after God called me home. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm just here talking, just leaving memories. You cool over there, Cobbers? Yeah, hey, I'm just chilling. So I just thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with me. Again, for a nice little reminder, this is an open floor plan, this show here. If you have any suggestions of shows or topics that you would like for me to touch upon, please drop it in the email. The email is at the bottom left, which is OtisWho1@gmail.com. OtisWho1 @gmail. Please drop your ideas or any suggestions or comments, negatively or positively, in the email. I appreciate it. I do take, seriously, all jokes aside, I do take constructive criticism. Again, I don't really have a so-called format set. I just go live and just try to talk to the people. I know I be all over the place, but it is what it is. I just like to have conversations. I want to get into more of the arena of interviewing people. You know, because I'm intrigued by conversation.
Shit, we should have found the OG and had him come over here and holler about that shit he was talking about.
Who?
BGM or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Old head.
Yeah, I
head,
mean,
where old heads can talk and be able to be heard
right,
without being insulted and all that other shit.
Where anybody could come over here and talk. It won't be, and it won't be insulted and interrupted. And don't get me wrong, I love a nice, hearty, healthy back-to-back debate, but it definitely won't be disrespectful and everything. No, I don't like that. And you won't be double teamed or tripled or quadruple teamed.
Right.
You know, and honestly, I'm keeping it real. If I do have, say, 5 or 6 people on the panel and 2 people are discussing something, if I feel like them other people don't bring nothing to the conversation, I'm just going to drop them. Y'all come back up when we done with this particular topic because it don't make no sense.
Right.
So I'm real like that. If you don't have anything to bring to the conversation, you should not be up on the screen. You should not be up on the panel. That's my honest belief.
Right.
And let me say this too. This is not towards anyone in particular. I swear it's not. It is not. But one of my pet peeves in the YouTube space, not our sector or whatever, this YouTube space, period. If you are, and I said this once before, and I'm going to say it again. Matter of fact, I said it several times. I'm going to say it again. I'm never going to stop saying it. If you are out here in these YouTube streets and you are spewing what you are spewing, and on top of that, you have credentials that you say you have, whether it's a master's, a doctorate, a PhD, a lawyer, whatever, and you out here giving advice and you're coming on strong and you're doing your thing, you need to show your face. That's my opinion. For real. It's too many avatars out here that has a voice. Now, when you have this is a free country. What's the First Amendment? Freedom of speech? Yeah. Hey, I get it. But if you ask me, I'm not taking anyone serious unless I see your face and the credentials that you say you have. Because I don't know of anyone who has credentials and are ashamed or afraid or whatever adjective you want to use to not show them. I don't get it. If you say you got these credentials and you spew it out all the time, and then you give out your information after you say you got these credentials, you need to be able to show those credentials. And if not, show your damn face. Whoever you are, I'm not saying anything in particular. Hit dogs holler. That's all I'm saying. And these are my thoughts. If this is YouTube, you don't have to show your face because they do have that option of you not showing your face. I get it. But damn, on my panel, on my show, you need to show your face. There will be situations where you won't show your face, but for the most part, and you up here spewing what you spewing and whatnot, and you say you got some type of credentials or whatever, you need to show your face. I need to see you and the credentials. Let's just not make it on how you look. Nah. I want to see those credentials to see if they real based on what you see it. Because you got people following you, whether you want to believe it or not. You got your minions in the chat regurgitating and repeating what you're saying. So let's see if you really got those credentials.
And that's a bad thing, too.
Hey.
I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but that's a bad thing, too.
What's the bad thing?
The follow me, the trail riders,
Mm.
the band of bandits.
Well, I mean, that's why they
Listen,
do it, to have a following. I mean, I get it. I get that part, but I just want people to be aware, because because let's be honest, because I could keep it real. I'm doing what I'm doing to garner and gain,
listen.
a following. You follow what I'm saying?
I get you.
You know,
I get you. I get you.
talk to me.
And this is the thing. This is the thing that I say. Unfortunately, they allow women to spew this they don't need a man thing. And for some reason, that it is what it is. But understand, and I hope you ladies really understand, when you speak that kind of language, you are actually inviting evil spirits into your soul. So even the men that you come across that you don't end up having a good relationship with, or whatever may happen, that was an evil spirit that you allowed to come into your soul, into your space. So you carry those evil spirits with you no matter what. So when you say that you don't need a man, that's an open door for all the evil spirits to come into your body. That's why the language is, and they say the things that they say, even in the chat over there in those spaces. That's all I gotta say.
You and your Lord have mercy. Only thing I would say about all that is, all right, Congress, hold on. Freedom of speech, I give them that. They need their space or their area to talk what they talk. I mean, so I don't really have.
Listen, ain't no man.
I don't have a
Ain't no
issue with it.
man ever tried to interfere when women sitting around talking with each other. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, you ain't. But yeah, they need their space like we need our space to talk. So I'm not even worried about
Right.
that. He garners, he being that particular service. I wasn't even making it about that particular show. I was just talking in general. Period.
I'm speaking in general.
But you said a chat, and we was talking about.
But I'm talking even other chats.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, please don't talk about the spirits again. Oh my God, the spirits. Oh God, your ass. Oh my God.
Hey man, listen.
Nah, man.
Look at all the evil that's being spewed over there.
Again, you talking about again, like I be knowing I be talking about. You making it about one particular channel. I'm not even.
No, I'm not even making it about.
Yeah, you are. What do you
No,
mean by when you
even
say look what they doing over there?
Okay.
Right? So you in your mind, which fortunately I just happen to know who you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? You talking about, but yeah, but they got to talk about it somewhere.
Yeah,
And there are, and unfortunately, there are women out there that believe that mess.
I get it. I get it.
What we're referring to is that the women live. I'm gonna. It is Friday. I'm gonna end on this note because it's Friday. Anyway, I've been on here for almost 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 44 minutes right now. But of course, there's this movement with the and my co-host is still coming, by the way. She getting her stuff together. But there's this movement out here with this women's lib, these women's right, and one. I get it. I'm not finna go there. I really not. I'm sorry. I'm not finna go there. I'm not. I'm not going there. This shit boring. I'm not even going there. We discuss that another day. And plus, I want an actual female, which I do have now. My female host, she'll be up here real soon. Excuse me. We'll discuss it then, because I know she already gave me a taste of it. She's gonna have some pushback, but it's gonna be healthy pushback. And then you're gonna have somebody that you could ask and make those statements to, and then she's not gonna be like the rude females that we've been interfering. It's going to be a true, for real conversation. But with that being said, you have something real quick before we get up out of here?
No, I'm good, man.
All right,
I can't wait till Monday. It's gonna be nice and warm.
What's the temperature supposed to be Monday?
61.
Shit, let's hope it. Yeah, and that'll give me a chance to do what I need to do with the yard. The dog went out there, and I need to get the bag ready. You already know.
Oh.
I got to get that bag ready. But yeah, listen, I thank you guys for coming through, tuning in to another episode of the OtisWho podcast.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate you for those that did stop by. According to my analytics, I'm looking at it right now. Ain't no shame in the game. It will be 2 hours. Here I come, Carbis. That's my dog. He ready to go out. He at the back door right now. I appreciate you guys. It's been 2 hours and 46 minutes. I had a total of 33 views. The average viewer stayed 17 minutes and 18 seconds. And I have 3 to 4 people watching me right now. I thank you so much. I will be back, and I will see you again real soon. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Continue to hang in there with me, and I'll be back soon. Till next time.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.